Did the Zodiac Killer kill Cherri Jo Bates? I am going to present to you 6 different reasons and similarities between the 2 different killers, which I conclude that means it is the same person. First off, we have these confession letters. As we know that Zodiac liked to write excessive letters. That is, I guess, that number 1 on my list. We do know for sure that the killer of Cherri Jo Bates did write these letters, that he talked about how he disabled her car, how he did it, and that was kept secret from the public. So then we do know that this letter is from the killer of Cherri Jo Bates, and that's her car. The second similarity is the eyes, because he loves himself so much. And I just got one sample of one Zodiac letter here, where he has got Zodiac go, I have, I shall, I commit, I have, I do, I look, I have, and I kill. And then the Riverside Killer, I lay awake, I ask, I shall, I did, I waited, I told her, I would, I said, I choked her, I plunged the knife into her. I am insane. I did make that phone call to you. So I might as well add in point number 3 is making the phone calls. That Zodiac on 2 occasions rang to say he committed a crime, and the Riverside Killer as well made phone calls. The fourth one here, which is again very compelling, is the terminology twitch and squirm. That 2 separate writers who decide to write letters and write a lot of them both use the same word, twitch and squirm, and spell the word twitch incorrectly. Again, as someone has speculated that the odds of this is like 1 million to 1, that 2 different people uses 2 words and then misspell this particular word twitch. So again, we can start concluding that the Zodiac Killer did kill Cherri Jo Bates and write the confession letters. I like this letter here because the E down the end looks like a Z, and again, this is before Zodiac got a name. So back then, was he, planning that I'm going to become the Zodiac? So 2 more letters, and again, the next one is these little symbols down here at the bottom, Zodiac in the 340 cipher has got this V pattern perfectly in the 340 cipher. This has to be intentional. It is perfect, like 4 spaces in, 3 spaces in, or whichever one you see is perfectly symmetrical. Again, just highlighting the 2 similarities between the 2. The next one is the FBI letter. They suspect that Zodiac may have sent this in, and we can see again, turning V's into B's, K's into V's, and I'll call them hybrid lettering. If you look at Zodiac writings, not only is he disguising handwriting, he is creating hybrid lettering. Here's a few more. He's writing police with a V, and then we've got the words taken down here. And again, if you look at one of these D's here, looks similar to other D's that I know of. The next similarity, again, I discovered this myself. We have got the buy knife on the Lake Berryessa car door attack. And then the Halloween card itself has got, the buy knife, buy rope, buy gun, and buy fire. And then lo and behold, at the start of the confession letter, where you'll think it's by person X, but in fact it is by knife, that it is the same pattern and this is what he meant. And even the by knife here was before this come out here on this card, so he was playing some type of game, and those who followed case knows that this comes from a comic. This is another example, and actually the Halloween card was the solution to the 340. As I have concluded, it is a puzzle cipher. I've done a lot of work, and you can watch my other videos, but I'll quickly run through some things here. We've got the buy knife, and we've got the literal K and F, so you don't need to be a code breaker. You can tell by the spaces apart, you can fit knife in there. This buy here is by fire. This one here, by gun, it's so obvious, it's literal G and N. with the bi going backwards, he's enneagramming. And we've got the bi rope. Here it's the E, we've got the O, and then we've got the E, and he's enneagrammed rope. But also, there's X after this YB here, which is the symbol for O in the 408 cipher. And here is again the O for the 408 cipher, and he's doing boy. Again, he's enneagramming boy in these two locations. But again, you've got to watch my other video to see my work. Another similarity is the word insane, that in the two ciphers in the top third, it is very, very unlikely, with 63 different keys in the Zodiac 340 cipher, in the top third, you're going to get 5 identical symbols, excluding one that you could, arguably maybe, but it is the letters for insane. As he wrote here, I am insane. So that's pretty unique. This is just a summary of what I was saying. Twitch and squirm, by knife, all the eyes, and the insane, making the phone calls. This is the from the show Hunting the Zodiac. Kenneth Maines, because he is a homicide detective or policeman. He noticed a drop of blood that wasn't like the blood elsewhere on the jeans, as if it was a drop as a person walking away who cut himself and the blood had dropped. And they did test it and they did find DNA. Here's the things, him stating on Twitter that he did get DNA. And on top of this, I did double check it with one other source that is close. It's hard to get people to respond these days to get any answer, but I did. Someone, again, as close as this guy, suggested that they did get the DNA to me, but I won't say who, because I like to keep my sources if I can build trust and find some information in the future. That's why I'm not telling no one. So yeah, and I just want to add, dealing with the Zodiac community on Facebook, I've been kicked off, 2 Facebook pages to do with the Zodiac. It's funny that I mentioned this DNA hit and people get angry, and from a website to do with Zodiac facts, apparently they send me in this thing saying, oh no, they only got Cherri Joe's DNA, they've already tested it. And then I look and it says 2012 or 2010, and these people don't even check their own facts, and I was clearly stating 2017, this is a different DNA result. And the Riverside Police Department, in their possession, do hold the DNA to the Zodiac killer. Thank you for watching.